Alright, let's see if this is working okay. It looks like it is. Alright, so today I'm gonna try a little flight in the F-5E. It's been a while since I've flown it, so it's kind of nice that I have some checklists in it, because I'm gonna try doing a cold start from the ramp at Kobuleti, and we're going to head north where I've set up a TACAN near the river here where our targets are. It's going to help me navigate to the area. And then we've got some artillery guns here that have been firing at some friendly units, so we're going to try to shoot at those with rockets. And I have some ammo trucks that are parked there in the town. And since it's been a while that I've flown these older planes, I've lined up my targets in nice little lines here, so it should make it a bit easier to target. But there are power lines here. There are things to watch out for. I've put some AAA here, a few vehicles that could actually shoot at me, so try to have like a tactical approach. And I put a helicopter there, so if I want to shoot some sidewinders, be able to test that. So that's the challenge. I have no clue really how it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna set up my switches here on my HOTAS, because sometimes if I don't do that properly, then I run into trouble. But yeah, I need to put my throttle ready for cold start. So let's do this. So yeah, save. So it tells us to take our newly acquired F-5E to TACAN 57X. Here I'm just pretending Georgia purchased some F-5Es in 2014, I think, or 2013 is the year. And you'll find an enemy artillery position, possibly marked by a red smoke. And you'll use your heat rocket to destroy the group of vehicles, then find and destroy the column of ammo trucks in Sabazo with your Mark 82 bombs. Once the objectives are complete, come back to Kobuleti at TACAN 67X, and then you can rearm and refuel if needed. And so there. Let's go try this. So I'm using the snowless winter map there, so it's gonna look cool. Alright, so let's hit fly and center our track IR. Oh, we've got a friendly helicopter there. Okay, so to start with, I like to get my knee pad on, and then that tells us to get our air supply connected.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
While he's doing that,
Copy.
I can go check to turn
Ground
on the
air supply
battery.
is now connected.
Turn the generators on. Caution check. And the fuel boost. Oops, having a little issue there. Use the fuel things. You see, it's been a while. Oxygen on and normal. That's it. External lights I won't be using. And so let's apply the air supply.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Okay, so it looks like we got this. I having a bit of an issue with my track IR. Let's fix that. Okay. Now, is there another spot? I just want to check a few things here. Okay, those are the fuel shut off. Alright. So I guess I can go with the left start. There we go. Took me a little while because my throttles were locked together. Okay, so that's one done.
G. Apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
This is turning on. Those are good. And dampers. Radar, stand by. That's the speed brake in. Oops, up. Fixed. Full. Okay. Armament. So I am going to be starting with my rockets. We'll go there. Set that for the bombs that I will use later. Okay. Take off speed bug, then altimeter. Cage this. Forget how we do that one. There we go. Put it there. Take off trim. Set it to about 7. And HSI. Don't really need to set that for now, but I could use that time to set my TACAN. Put it on transmit receive. Lower the volume a bit. Sight mode. Manual. We're gonna start with rockets. I usually like the rockets around 12 to 14, somewhere there. Let's put it at 14. So, okay. TACAN set RWR. We need to put the power and search. Pitted heat. It's one of those to put right there. Canopy close. Guess at this point I could disconnect the air. Crew, ground air supply.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
So we have got some external fuel tanks, so we'll turn them on. And because we're starting with left lower than right, I'm going to turn that switch on. That looks like it's set up. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Probably lift the nose wheel before takeoff. Thank you, crew chief. I think this one I have to hold button when I want to turn. Oh, it would appear that's okay. I think it's on the throttle. Yeah, okay. So you have to hold the nose wheel steering button when you want to turn on the ground.
Caballetti, Ford, 5-1, request takeoff.
If you're wondering what the plane looks like, that's what it is. Basic gray. We've got some bombs on the center, some rockets on the outside, and some fuel, extra fuel on the wings. Because I often feel the F5 is underpowered, I tend to use a lot of afterburner, so that's why I bring extra fuel, even if it's a short flight. So I think the tower is being stupid as usual. Okay, let's just triple check everything. Got all these. This is set to rockets. Alright. I could turn on my taxi lights, but I don't need them. Okay, let's go. Power. And go. Forgot to raise the nose wheel, but if I pull hard enough. Gear coming up. Looking good. So I do have a range of 17 miles and seems to be pointed at 3-3 for the heading of the TACAN where I'm going. And I think we can already see there's a fire there in the distance. So that tells me that if that's close to the arrow, that's the combat area. So we're now at 300 knots. I'm gonna trim the nose down just a tad. And we're gonna get off the afterburner for now. Like the colors on this map. Feels like spring. Snow's melting. If I can find a good angle for a nice screenshot. Seems pretty good. We're under a cloud, so it's getting dark. So even though my pointer is to the left, I'm deliberately going to the right and climbing so that I can dive for a rocket pass because I know the direction that I want to go. If we look at the map, you see that the targets are in that kind of direction. So if I arrive like that and turn, I should be able to get my target. And there, they've put some red smoke on it. So if you look there, we can see there's a smoke marker. And so I think I see some vehicles to the right of the smoke marker. So that's what we're going to be shooting at. So let's give it a little bit of afterburner as we climb here. Seem to still have fuel in the tanks because the fuel levels haven't changed too much, which is good because we're going to be using a lot of fuel in our attack here. Alright, so let's just test our flares and chaff here. There we go. Okay, see the vehicles I want to attack. Come on, line up with them. See what kind of damage we got. Looks like we destroyed some artillery guns and maybe some of the trucks as well. So now I'm going to climb because I have a row of trucks that I want to hit that are these guys here. So this group here has been hit. So for bombing, I kind of like to put that around 82 or 80 on there. So we're going to set it to ripple. I like that setting. I'm going to turn that on. This has to be on. It's looking good. So I'm going to climb good altitude, make a right turn. We're still good on fuel, so it's okay to use a little bit of afterburner. So I know the big fire is inside the village and the trucks the trucks? They're somewhere over there. Okay, I see the line of trucks now. So I have to zoom out a bit. Okay. So that's my row of trucks. I'm going to try to make my line up a little bit better. Dive a little bit steeper, around 20 degrees. And right about here, I guess I could drop my bombs. And I got some hits. Not super happy with my hits. I guess I fired a bit long. I waited until I was below 2,000 to drop my bombs. I should have dropped them just about 2,000. Alright, let's see here. Okay, now our fuel tanks on the wings are empty, so we're going to turn that fuel off. This is still good. I think I will jettison my fuel tanks and my rocket pods. There go the rocket pods. There go the fuel tanks. Now I'll turn my missiles on. I'll put the bombs back to safe, and this back to off. Turn this on. So let's just test. The guns look like they're active. So I'm gonna do a strafe run on my truck column because my bombs didn't do too much damage, and then I'll try to locate the enemy helicopter. If I get a tone as I'm turning like that, I might engage the helicopter first, but if I don't, then I'll just go for my gun pass. I don't see the helicopter. Let's go for those trucks. Some of them are on fire. Let's try this. Ooh. That was not my most precise gun run because I thought I was still on the rocket setting. I was on the bomb setting. For guns, actually, I usually put that on 10 for strafe. How are we doing on fuel? We're good. Alright. To see if I spot something else in the air with me. Oh, there's something shooting at me there. I think it was a ground vehicle that was shooting at me, not at the helicopter. I think I had given some door gunners to the chopper. Alright, let's try that again for the guns. Guess we got 2 more. And that's a ground vehicle. One last turn around, and if I don't see the chopper, then we're just gonna fly back home. Never advisable to stay as long as I have over a target area. Alright, so to get back home, we only need to switch one of the numbers on the TACAN, and we switch it to 67, and we're 16 miles from base. And this is the direction of the base, but I want to head towards the sea so that I can line up for the runway and land. So let's trim this. There we go. And I don't think we're going to need that anymore, so we can stop the pain of that noise. I don't see that helicopter. Well, our mission was to destroy some artillery vehicles and their ammo trucks. I think we managed to do that. Okay, that's Kobuleti right there. So this is where we're going to land. Still have plenty of fuel. got our air brakes out, those little things underneath. So below 250 we can get the gear down. Got my 3 lights. Can confirm on the outside view. Flaps are down. Get the runway in sight.
Cavalletti, Ford 5-1, inbound.
Touchdown. Let's get the track chute and start braking. In the parachute. Friendly helicopter here. One of the things I often try to do is wait until I'm on the taxiway like that to get the chute back in. Like that, drop it somewhere else than on the runway. Now I can taxi the plane probably right back to where we started the mission. So it'll be ready for the next mission. I gotta say I'm quite pleased. It took me a while to get the thing going with the checklist at the beginning. I hadn't done a cold start in this since probably the last time I went to fly on Enigma's server. Now I get to see the nice beautiful scenery I put in there. There's an American C-130 that's probably bringing munitions for our F-5s. And a few more F-5s parked over there. Got the usual fire trucks at the ready there. Guy in the red shirt there with the ammo boxes, ready to reload the plane. Go. It looks pretty good. Let's call for the wheel chocks.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Alright. Gonna do the lazy shutdown. So that's what you want. You want to bring back the fighter jet back to base, ready for the next one. I probably could have kept my fuel tanks, but since I went for a gun run on the ground targets, I find that sometimes I wait a little long before I pull up, and when you're pulling up fairly low, the extra weight can be something that'll hurt you and make you discover that the planet was closer than you thought. So anyways, I dropped them just to be a bit on the light side. We can get some new ones for the next time. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll go check the results of the mission. Kinda like to go check event and kill. So, oh, it's an M113 that killed the helicopter, so that's why we didn't find it. That sums it up right there. And so we got some Ural trucks. Those are the munitions trucks that were near the Gwodzika artillery vehicles. We killed the infantry that was there too. I think there were 3 Gwodzika, so we got 2 of them. That's not too bad. And then in the column of trucks, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I had put 6 trucks. So as I said, this to me is something that I would find satisfactory, and therefore we don't need to go hit the target again. We can consider that an enemy target dealt with. So I hope you enjoyed the little flight. I certainly did. See you next time.